One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Blue Devils will put total effort to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent.
Oh, he's got some space. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Jones to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
On the play. And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Gators have this offense rolling. Jones wants to throw it. Looking to scramble. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Makes it past the marker. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Jones. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Jones to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time. Down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run.
Touchdown, Florida! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught, it's Brown. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Looking for room. It's ball. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Jones wants to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Coming out with it, it's Moore. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. QB got it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a...
Turning it on! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going over the top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Jones to throw. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. And that's a live ball. And the ball goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to run it. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Jones wants to throw it. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down and run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Steps away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Pass mistakes, and he may get more. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. offense heads back out onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Connection to the right. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision,
breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Moving away from pressure. Got some room, and to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna swing it on second down. Touchdown, Duke! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
With the catch, it's ball. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. And the returner will be brought down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give from the gun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Into the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. Jones to throw. Skips away from pressure. Running to Green. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Tight game, final period, and this crowd plans to finish strong. On 4th down, going to the air. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He throws one to the left. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Got room at the 35.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. And I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ballgame.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Duke. They move on top here on the 4th.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. UTSA is going to walk off the field there inside the Alamo Dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. On first down from their own 22. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gonna let it fly. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. There he goes. Touchdown, Gators. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field.
The Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Across the 45. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope. He pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you got to keep...
Got enough space! Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off of you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Jones wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's ball. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move. Still looking. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Duke. And they turn it into a defensive score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.